You ever wake up thinking it's gonna be just another normal day, only to walk outside and realize you're smack in the middle of someone else's circus? That's exactly how my Saturday started. And let me tell you, I should have known something was up the minute I heard pop music pounding through the window before I even had coffee in hand. Now my family's had cow bathing day for generations. Our cows get their annual mud bath. We all get dirty, and it's honestly one of those traditions that feels like it holds the whole farm together. But this year, cow bathing day turned into the wildest wedding crash the county's ever seen. So there I am, toothbrush dangling from my mouth, stepping out onto my porch in pajamas, expecting maybe a runaway chicken at most, and what do I see? A whole army of strangers swarming my front yard. There's folding chairs, a big wedding sign, people in pastel shirts wrestling with tent poles, even a lady with a headset and a voice like she's running a Broadway show. Later I found out her name was Karen, and boy did that fit. She's waving a clipboard, barking orders. Make the arch face the pond. Keep the barn out of the photos. That barn smells like animals, and I just stand there, jaw on the floor, trying to figure out if I'm still dreaming. I try to get her attention, tap her on the shoulder, clear my throat the whole bit, and she doesn't even look at me, just flips her hair and says, "The help should move those hay bales. This is a wedding, not a petting zoo." She tells me with the straightest face that the HOA approved everything. The field was on some old public map, and I should make myself useful. I can see my cows lined up by the gate, all looking at me like boss. You seeing this, I try, explaining real calm that this is a working farm, today's cow bathing day, and the last place you want to put a buffet is next to a mud pond, about to host 40 eager bovines. But Karen just waves me off, shouting for someone to move the speakers closer to the water. My ranch hand. Ricky comes running, eyes wide. He whispers, "You know, there's a mariachi band on the barn roof." I look over and yeah, that happened. Then my Uncle Dave leans on the tractor, just shaking his head, chewing a straw like he's seen it all. He says, "Bet you $5 she'll scream when Daisy gets here." He's not wrong. I realize talking to Karen is like yelling at the rain. She's just not going to hear it. So I look at Ricky and say, "Open the lower gate." He blinks, "Are you sure?" And I just nod. If Karen wants country, let's give her the full package. That's when the cows make their move. Daisy, first nosiest cow in the state, goes straight for the cake, topples it over, and then heads for the mud like she owns the place. The rest of the herd pours through hooves, flying tails swishing, and suddenly the wedding aisle is less rustic chic and more mud wrestling with livestock. The look on Karen's face when she sees 30 cows stampeding through her perfect decorations. I wish I'd had a camera handy. People start screaming. Chairs go flying. Some poor bridesmaid tries to run in heels and lands flat in the muck. And the DJ, God bless him, thinks playing a love song will fix it, which only makes a bull crash through the catering tent. There's cake on the ceiling, mud everywhere, and Karen screeching like the sky's falling. My uncle just grins and says, "Looks like the reception's going full country now." The best part, one of Karen's guests, some city guy in sunglasses, starts filming the whole mess on his phone, muttering, "This'll go viral." And sure enough, he gets knocked into the pond by a stray cow and loses his phone to the mud. At this point, guests are fleeing, grabbing shoes, and running for their cars, while Karen stands in the middle of it all, covered in mud from the knees down, mascara streaking, waving her clipboard and blaming everybody in sight. She even calls the local news, screaming about animal terrorism and ruined dreams. Here's the twist, right as things reach peak chaos. The groom, Brad still spotless in his suit, pulls up in a rental car, takes one look at the mud apocalypse and asks me, "You the owner?" I nod and he just sighs. "She didn't tell me any of this. Mom, I told you I didn't want a big wedding. And with that, he gets back in the car and drives away. No fanfare, no goodbye. Just done. Karen stands there, mouth open, watching her whole Instagram fantasy literally sink into the mud. And just when you think it can't get any more over the top, the sheriff shows up, Pete, the most unflappable man in the county. He strolls over, takes one look at the scene, and says, "So cow bathing day, again, huh?" Karen tries to demand I be arrested, says I let dangerous animals ruin her family's big day. Pete just raises an eyebrow, points to the locked gate with my name on the sign, and says, "Ma'am, you broke in, cut a lock, and crashed a farm. I'd say you're lucky all you got was muddy." Karen tries to spin the story, but it's no use. There's video witnesses and the cows themselves chewing wedding decorations as evidence. That's about when the news chopper shows up. Yeah, she really did call the media, and the anchor can barely keep a straight face as he describes a herd of cows turning a wedding into a once-in-a-lifetime country spa day. Social media explodes overnight. Memes, TikToks, remixes. There are photos of Karen pointing at Daisy with captions like, "Who let the cows out?" and even a viral video of my cows enjoying their moment of justice. Karen naturally tries to sue me for emotional distress property damage, public humiliation, and unauthorized livestock interference. The judge takes one look at the drone footage and guest statements, most of them from Karen's own family, throws out the case in 5 minutes and says, "This farm was muddy long before she got here. It becomes a running joke in town." Pretty soon, people are showing up, wanting to meet Daisy and her bridesmaids, taking selfies, buying t-shirts that say "Justice for the Cows," and asking if we do birthday parties. Cow Bathing Day becomes an annual event complete with a barbecue music and a contest for the muddiest shoes. My farm goes from nearly trampled to internet famous, though honestly the best part is the quiet at the end when everyone's gone home and the only sounds are the cows munching hay and the breeze rustling the trees. And Karen eating. Last I heard, she moved out of state, maybe to try her luck with a duck pond somewhere else. Around here we call any meltdown a full Karen, and every cow bathing day, someone dresses up in white, grabs a clipboard, and pretends to boss the cows around right up until they get splattered. You know, looking back, I didn't have to do much to get my revenge. Sometimes you just let tradition, a stubborn herd, and a little country justice handle things for you. So let me ask, what would you do if someone tried to take over your home for their fantasy? At what point do you say enough is enough? Drop your thoughts below, because trust me, everyone's got a story when it comes to community justice and the fine art of not messing with the cows.